Greetings from your Child Nutrition Department. I'm Jamie.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Lisa.
We are so excited to be able to bring to you guys the United States Department of Agriculture Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Grant to your schools this fall. We've had this program in place for multiple years at all the union sites, but this video is a chance to give you an overview of how the program works, little reminders, go over some common misconceptions we've heard, and then also bring you some fun new activities that you can do with the grant in your classrooms this year.
The intention of this grant is not to provide a snack. It's to provide elementary students an opportunity to be exposed to a variety of fruits and vegetables. They might be familiar with some, and others they might not have the opportunity to sample. And this means a student could get a whole piece of fruit one day, and other times it might just be a couple of bites of something.
Long-term exposure to trying new fruits and vegetables will hopefully lead to increased fruit and vegetable consumption as students grow in age.
Occasionally we get some questions, and there have been some common misconceptions with this grant, so hopefully this video can clear some of those up today.
Why do I have to serve these things in my classroom? I don't even like those items.
The grant specifies that the tasting must happen during the school day but outside of meal times. So your principal works with you and the child nutrition staff to figure out the best way to deliver or pick up items. Then, depending on when you have lunch or your lessons for the day, you can decide the best time to taste it in your classroom.
This also means no sending the items home with kids to be found multiple days later in the bottom of a backpack or flying through the air on a school bus.
We love that this grant gives teachers an opportunity, just like the students, to expand their palates and try new things, or use these foods for a learning opportunity. It also presents an opportunity for teachers to model healthy habits to their students. Please be careful to not let your bias about these foods take away from the student's first exposure.
Learning how to politely respond when we don't like something is a great lesson in manners. When we are out teaching nutrition education, we like to use the thumbs up, down, or in the middle to see how kids feel about the items that they tasted, instead of making gagging noises or terrible faces.
These vegetables would taste so much better with ranch or even cooked.
Yes, you are right. A lot of these would be better with a big bowl of ranch or maybe grilled or steamed with some butter. But the grant guidelines ask us to allow students to get to taste these fruits and vegetables in their original raw form.
That also means, unfortunately, no canned, frozen, dried, or juices either.
Why do we keep getting the same items?
We wish every week students could try some new exotic fruit or vegetable, but as with most things, we have a budget for each school based on enrollment. We have to balance our more expensive bagged and special items with some of the tried and true ones that are always available year-round.
Living in Oklahoma, where we get to experience all 4 seasons, means sometimes there's not a lot of variety of fresh and fruits available in the winter months.
I saw what the fruit or vegetable was, and I know no one will eat it. So I'll just leave it in the fridge and not take it back to our classroom, or I'll just throw it all away.
No! Our taste buds are constantly changing, and repeated exposure is what helps kids continue to figure out what they like. Even just one student in your class eats it, please don't throw away that opportunity. These instances would be perfect for you to try to use the fruit or vegetable as an educational experience.
Nutrition education is encouraged at the time of service for the grant. We have provided your principals with this Time to Taste handbook that has a lot of great information about most of the items we have served in the past. With the help of some students, we're also going to show you some other great ways you can use the fruit and vegetable grant in your classroom. If you have picky eaters or kids nervous to try new things, implement a 5 senses challenge every time you have a new fruit or vegetable. Have the class start by listening to it. You won't hear a thing, but it should lighten the mood. Next, have them look at it and touch it. Ask the class what they see or notice about it. Does it have a peel or seeds? Is it bumpy or smooth? Next, have them smell it. Does it smell sweet or sour? Finally, have them taste. This might look different for every child. It could be a lick or a touch to the tongue, or some just go in with a large bite. Whatever way they choose, be encouraging and supportive so they will want to do this again with the next new thing.
Need a 5-minute break for your class and you have cucumbers as your snack that day? Pop those on your eyes for some giggles. Then, if you get hungry, they also make a great snack. And adding cucumbers to your water is also a great way to give your water a little boost of flavor.
Carrots can come in a variety of colors as well as different lengths, which makes them very handy when doing a math lesson. You can measure different objects by how many carrots long they are. For example, your desk or even your friend. With the grant, each student could also measure their individual fruit or vegetable, and you could find the mean, median, and mode. A fruit like strawberries makes for fun counting seeds, and then it's always good just to take a class vote on who liked and didn't and tally up the results.
We know sometimes there's an excess of apples and oranges come winter, so when your students are getting tired of apples, that's a great time to make them into stamps of different shapes. You can also always put a piece of fruit or vegetable on a piece of paper and see what fun masterpiece your student will create.
We use foods when we talk all the time, saying things like,
"That's a piece of cake,"
or
"We are in a pickle."
These phrases, as you remember, are idioms, which are words or phrases that have a meaning different than what they literally say. Can your students think of other food idioms you have heard before? You can also use the fruit or vegetable for a writing prompt, asking if you could rename the fruit or vegetable, what would you call it and why?
Why is rainbow chalk rainbow color? How does white asparagus grow?
These are great questions and a great opportunity to take 5 minutes and find out. And while you're at it, you can look up what great health benefits that food has for your body.
They keep it covered while it's growing, in case you were wondering. Say what?
Did you know cranberries are grown on vines on land called a bog and are harvested just once a year? Or that cucumbers are native to India? Take an opportunity to find out where the fruit or vegetable you are eating comes from and locate it on a map. If your kids like sour things, eating these cranberries will have them making the ultimate pucker-up face.
Oh, that's so sour.
We hope this video gave you some new ideas and a refresher on the fruit and vegetable grant.
Please share with your parents what your kids are trying, and please also give us any sort of feedback or success stories that you have happen at your school.
And if you ever need any additional support or resources, please feel free to reach out to the Child Nutrition Department. We'd be glad to help you any way we can, and we hope you have a great school year.